so gorgeous yourself.
Even though the gloves are sticking out, my hands are not actually the gloves. My hands are right here.
Why are the gloves sticking out if your hands are over there?
Because I don't know what this are. I don't know. My hand is still technically inside the palm of the gloves, which is why probably all my gloves, and I have big, huge palms with small fingers. Actually, I have big fingers anyways. What?
You said something.
My hand is my entire hand actually is still inside the palm section of the glove.
Oh yeah, I do that to keep mine warm too.
Yeah, so I guess I turn them to mittens.
Yeah.
Fingers are useless now. So I can do this real easily.
I like your hair out of your face. That is the biggest reason for having a hat. You should wear a hat more often, just to keep that hair out of your face. I can see your face. Wow.
Okay.
Alright, you want the glove, this thing. Alright.
Skirt.
Let's see how many layers I'm wearing. I'm wearing a pair of tights underneath this. Then this has 2 layers. And a skirt. Oops, thank goodness. What is going on? This fur is solid.
What?
So I had a skirt, and then another skirt, and then what? Oh, and there's 2 scarves.
Those wraps around you mysteriously.
I accidentally put this sweater on backwards.
Oops.
Here's the hoodie.
Oops, sorry, I wasn't aiming at you. Do it again.
Woohoo! I have a jacket, another thin black sweater jacket. What else do I have underneath there? So, and then this red sweater, and then, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a gray.
You see anything, your hands in the way. Oh, now I can see it.
Sweater,
Yes,
gray,
it's
gray.
kind of matches your glove.
Yeah, another gray thing underneath that. And then I'm wearing 3 sweaters underneath that.
Jeez!
Yeah.
You're not hot?
Well, now I'm starting to warm up. Yeah. Out there, but you know what? My toes didn't get cold like yours this time.
Yeah, you're also wearing humongous boots.
No, normally, no matter what pair of boots I am wearing, and normally what pair of socks I'm wearing, normally my big toe is completely numb, even on a even on some of those mildly cold days, kind of medium.
I guess you just wear enough sweaters this time, I guess.
Yeah, so it looks like I had to, so how many layers I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like if I have 6 layers on,
Jeez,
my toe will not freeze.
You imagine someone who has 6 layers on, imagine them big, huge. I can barely walk.
I have 6 layers on?
Yeah, but... No.
There's a great scene in a movie. I forgot what the movie is called. Oh, you had it really zoomed in, by the way.
Sorry. Right, I accidentally zoomed in like it here again. I have a turtleneck on the very, very base.
Yeah.
Then my black two-sequin shirt on top of that. Then on top of that, I have my green jacket. On top of that, I have this brown jacket. On top of that, I have this brown sweater.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're only wearing 1 layer less than me.
Yes. Because of this big, huge one, it kind of loses a little bit of variability. I can't exactly pull my hands above my head without everything coming up.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then I'm wearing 3 layers of pants.
3 pairs of pants.
Unfortunately, I have 1 layer of socks, so I should have wear the extra layer of socks.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, and I'm wearing
4.
3 layers of gloves, too.
3 layers of gloves?
Yeah.
Your gloves, your jacket, and what?
No, my glove. I should think of that. Hold on, those gloves. My gloves, so... inside these gloves, these are on the outside. You have the little gloves with the fancy fingers,
Yeah.
so that you can touch screens and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Computers. That's on the outside. Underneath that is a fingerless glove. That's part of a 2-in-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath that is just a liner glove. That's the underside part of the 2-in-1. So I have the 2-in-1s, 2 of them,
Uh-huh.
and then I have the outside layer gloves. There's 3 gloves. And when you stick it inside the shirt, then you actually have 4
And your fingers were still cold?
sometimes. But I took them out a lot. So.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder. You had 3 hats on, essentially.
No, I only have 1, and then occasionally the green hoodie. It fell off once.
Right. Oh, you never put the other hoodie on? Okay, so you only had 1 hat on.
1.5-ish.
Well, you know what that tells us? You need to eat way more calories then. Lots more calories. All right, so
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
he does eat a lot, but he doesn't eat enough calories. Like, he eats little tiny French
Snacks.
meals,
Seriously?
snacks, yeah. If you ate more of them. Sometimes, though, the thing is he's doing a lot of designing right now because he's designing the Patreon page and all kinds of stuff like that. And when he designs, he sometimes forgets to eat, and you have to shout at him, or not shout at him. You have to remind him and say, "Hey, go eat, go eat." And then he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then you're like, "No, get off the computer and go eat."
Like, actually go eat. Hour later.
It's still better than when in a video game. I don't let him do this. The reason why he's not allowed to play more than an hour in video games, but I've heard about stories where people,
When I
they
play
get.
video games, I take breaks. I mean, usually, even if I do for an hour, I always eat beforehand, at least.
Right.
I try to eat while I'm doing it. At least have some sort of snack that I nibble on.
Right, because it burns so many calories to play.
No, because I just get concentrated. I need one to eat.
Right,
And that way you'll feel safe. By
Right.
eating when nibbling.
right.
Yeah. I get more concentrated on Minecraft than games.
Yeah, but he hasn't gotten to play one of those in a long time. Last time we got to play one of those was right after the divorce when we had a 2-week. Actually, no, 2 weeks the first 2 weeks after the divorce, we just spent in tears. He and I just spent 2 weeks in tears, I think. Yeah. And then we spent 2 weeks trying to get ourselves active, but then he played video games and I watched. I don't really remember that period, actually. All I remember is one day realizing that the utilities were off, freaking out.
Yeah, I think it was after we found, no, actually no, we found the utilities were off later.
Yeah, that's true.
For all of August, most of August anyways, sorry for the second week, I looked at wealthy affiliate stuff and read.
You're right, yeah. We're actually, he's right.
Of their stuff.
We did actually start reading about how to make an online business.
Video games was after that. A chunk in November and a little bit overall.
Oh, so I've been telling the timeline all wrong then.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
The divorce happened in July. So for all of July, we basically just sat doing absolutely nothing.
Except for crying.
Yeah. August, I did wealthy affiliates. Then September, October, November, that's when I started playing video games. Yeah.
No, because you only had a month of video games. I do remember that. So it couldn't have been 3 months.
Well, I started in late September. I played one.
I think that was when. So that was after all the utilities. Yeah. So when he had cut off all the utilities.
I think that was September. He cut off all the utilities in September.
No, it was late August.
Late August?
Or middle of August. Actually, no. The first one was August 12th, I think.
Well, yeah, but we found out about it when? September.
No, we found out about it in August.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we found out about it in August, and, well, no, the power one, the electricity one was, I don't remember now, but I remember that we were really depressed after he cut off the utilities, too. Because it was just like, why would somebody do something like that?
The entire fall kind of just went.
But you were studying hard in the fall. We were learning how to do an online thing.
In October, we got the, what do you call it, course, what the course is. December. During December, we got the next course, studied on those. The October course, we did a lot of studying. Did, like, I think almost all of us, October got spent, at least for me anyways, just reading.
Oh, you know what? It took you a month to read?
What?
The Amazon.
Oh yeah, and I read lots of WordPress and Amazon stuff during all September, October, and even to November. Yeah.
But there was the policy.
It did not take me an entire month to read.
Oh no, maybe it wasn't the Amazon. It was the FAC.
Oh yeah, well that wasn't take me an entire month. It still took me only that.
I don't know. I just felt like every day every day he'd sit there and he just read and read and read, and I was like, wow, he should become a lawyer because he was just reading so much of the lawyer stuff and just kept on reading the policy. I was so impressed.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've worked hard. We've been working hard. And then we realized that we're not going to get done in time learning all this stuff and get the business up and going. We want to create a space for people to be able to learn about edible gardening. We want to be able to create a space to learn about body awareness. We want to be able to share with people about cooking with little money from the garden, and just sharing our lives and sharing Eagle's designs. Sharing our creations.
For our Patreon page, you can get access to
some of his.
Those are my designs.
Yeah,
pictures of my designs, and I'd like to. Once we get some more income, I can start designing more and more. I mean, I constantly get new ideas. So.
Yeah, but that will be only for Patreon members only.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see anything he designs, we're not going to give out those designs to public. That has to be strictly to the Patreon members. Mm-hmm. But if you want to see him, watch him cook, if you want to meet his cat, if you want to...
see Miss Lady's funny stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, the stuff that we're creating and designing and creating, it's going to be evolving and changing over time. But the emphasis will be on edible gardening, body listening awareness, compassion, and just watching Eagle grow up and explore and learn about the world as we learn with him. Because I'll tell you, as homeschooling, that is, you learn so much more about the world. And if your kids can handle studying on their own and learning, and then I highly recommend it. If all they want to do is watch video games and talk all day, then
find other stuff fun.
Huh?
Then help them find other stuff fun.
What do you mean help them find other stuff fun?
If all they want to do, if all they find fun is just watching video games, then help them find other stuff fun.
I think what he's trying to say is find educational fun things that are fun.
No, I mean, I'll do it with them. Do whatever they need to do to make the learning fun. Learning that you want to be doing. But let them do it at their pace, at their time. And if they want to go to a higher subject or different subject inside the main learning or whatever, then let them do it.
Why would anybody not want their kid to go up to a higher subject?
I don't know, because people with them... You have to learn this first, and then you have to learn this, and then you have to learn that, and then you have to learn that.
Well, that's true. We are like that with him. We try to do that with him with math. And my sister does have a point that there's some basics that are helpful to know.
Yeah, it's helpful to know the basics before you go to higher. But if they want to, then let them do it. Let them go to the top, try to do it to the top if they want to, and then say, oh wait, it's too hard, let's go learn basics.
Well, see, I think that is actually the fear, is that...
Or people won't say, oh, it's too hard, let's go to basics. They'll say, oh, it's too hard, I give up.
Exactly. That's what they're afraid of.
Well, don't train your kids to do that.
It's not, you don't train kids to give up, it's just...
Yeah, by example.
Okay, be nice to the parents, please. Be respectful. Because more than likely, it is a parent who's watching.
Fine.
Respect, please. You want them to show you respect, you show them respect.
Fine, try your way. I don't know. Try my way if your way doesn't work. Unless you have a better solution.
What was your way? Oh, finding something fun for them to learn.
No. So let them learn what they want to learn. If you have a certain set of things you want them to learn, more add on to more than just what they want to learn, and they don't want to learn them, then try to help them and ask them, hey, what can I do to make it fun? And if you don't quite like it, then just work with them and actually work with them. Don't make them work with you. You work with them. Because remember, you're the one asking them to do something.
Did I do that?
Not necessarily what to do with you.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. You're preaching this advice, but did I actually do that with you in terms of math?
What do you mean?
I usually just sent you to iExcel or Can and said, go look it up.
Okay, so, well, I don't know. If they're... So, I'm just saying, if they want to do it with you, then you do it. Then you do it with them.
But that's actually one of the big reasons why most people don't homeschool is because they don't have time to do things like that.
Okay, so if you're... Well, I don't know. It's just whether your kids want. You do not have to do it with your kids. But if your kids want to do it with you, then I think you should try to set some time for them. And what you can do, send them to school where they want to do it with you still anyways. It's not like they're not going to want to do it with you if they actually want to do it with you.
Yeah.
Then duh.
Yeah, so basically my point is that if you are going to homeschool your kids, what was I going to say about that? I forgot now. Oh, that if they, so it's actually, he just reminded me of a good point of when you send them to school, they come home and they interact with you with their homework. So if you don't interact with your kid when he does homework at school, then you probably can't do homeschooling. But the way we found it works is that, so when I'm working on the websites and stuff, he's actually been working on the websites too, but he's doing his own research, he's doing his own reading, and I'm able to have it where I know I can go and get stuff done for an hour because he's getting stuff done for an hour too, and he's studying hard, and I know that he's not playing some video game. I know that he's not, and I know he does take breaks occasionally to watch some videos, but the videos he watches are all history videos or science videos or even some math videos, but the whole, sometimes English, but the whole idea is he's watching an educational thing, that's how he takes a break. And then, we do that for 4 hours, so you have an intense 4 hours of studying. So it's kind of like we do our homework in the middle of the day, our individual, and then we come out of it to talk about it and socialize with people and talk with them about it and get some exercise.
And if kids want to do one subject at one time and the other subject at a time, don't set them up where, you do math now and then you do XYZ subject now, and you do history now, and then you do biology now, or you do science now, or whatever. Okay. Don't do that.
Stop. Wait, whoa. I disagree with that. I disagree with that because everybody homeschools differently, Eagle. We've met we've met some who go to these universities where they do an intensive amount of learning for 3 days, an intensive amount of learning for the rest of them, and it's kind of like school. It's actually even more intense for them than normal school. So everybody is different, and some people work better on a schedule of doing 1 hour this, 1 hour that, 1 hour this.
I suppose if your kids seem to work better, and seem to actually do it, if you say, okay, now do this, now do that, and now do that, but maybe they want to rearrange a schedule. Maybe they want to do science first or something. Then let them do it. If they want to rearrange it.
Well, yeah, I would think that if anybody's homeschooling, they would interact with their kids well enough to correlate with them which hour to do what.
You're asking your kid to do something that they may or may not be wanting to do.
It's amazing. This video started off as talking about how cold we were and how many layers, and it got into this debate about how to homeschool, which, by the way, you homeschool how you feel is best and how you and your kid want to do it is best.
Yes. If your kid doesn't like these ideas, then do whatever they want.
No.
Well, okay,
You
well,
work together.
Well, yes, but I think to emphasize the point that it's not, it's not, oh, but they should be doing it. Okay, yeah, sure, they should be doing it by your definition of should or whatever. But if, this is more applying to students who don't want to learn. For a student who does not want to learn, you are asking them to do something that they're not wanting to do. So, you should be the one who's making, yes, you should both be trying to win, but if they need you to sacrifice something to get them to learn, then, or to help them find it fun,
I think
then
what
you
you're
need to do that.
I think what you're trying to say is that you're trying to say that if the kids ask for help, to help them. And that's a given,
Sure.
Eagle.
A little more than that.
If they're asking for help to make it fun, if they don't want to learn that
Yes,
as a parent it's your job to help
them
find a way to
fun,
make
or, yes.
find a way to make it fun.
Yes. So they find it fun so that they can.
But personally, Eagle, if the kid doesn't enjoy learning, that's one of those times where I would recommend them to not homeschool and to go ahead and send them to school where maybe through peer pressure they might enjoy learning, or with the teachers they might enjoy learning. We are about to run out of batteries, so I should probably end this video. It's at 6%, so we're about to wrap it up. So if you want to keep this conversation going,